Here's an interesting question for you. Are we beginning to see the formation of a fundamental shift in the American dream of home ownership? Well, to answer that question, we need to look at three characteristics of the next generation of potential home buyers. Hello, this is David Lykken. Welcome to today's Mortgage Minute, where we promote responsible home ownership through information and education. The next generation of homeowners or home buyers is known as a Generation Y, also known as Millennials. And there's three characteristics that are very important to them, at least in this current state in their life. The first characteristic is freedom and spontaneity. They want to be able to pick up and move across the country to take a freelance job or a contract job and not be burdened or tied down by home ownership. The second characteristic about Generation Y is that they define success quite differently than previous generations. They are not defined by a big home or a fancy car. The third characteristic that's very important to Generation Y is what defines community is quite different to them than what it has been to previous generations. In previous generations, we could all live in suburbia. It didn't matter if your neighbor was a liberal or a conservative or had opposite political views. But we're finding the Generation Y, the millennials, having a tendency to be in a community of like-minded people. That's important to them. And as a result, home ownership doesn't necessarily fit with that, at least at this stage in their lives. Does that mean the American dream of home ownership is over? By no means. How many times have we shifted as we've matured and grown in through the various phases of life? So while that's their phase right now, and why that may explain why home ownership is not a priority in their life at this time, it does not mean that the American dream of home ownership is gone. Good to be with you. See you back here tomorrow. Thank you.